Hey, what is going on, you shrimp-sized shanks? Today we're playing some games with TempoZard. I just took this list to a finals placement in the Glimwood Challenge yesterday, which I won last week. I wasn't able to win it again this week, but I did make it to the finals, which is still pretty good, I guess. This time playing TempoZard. Last week I played... I don't remember what I played last week, but this time I played TempoZard. Made it to the finals. Had a pretty unfortunate mistake in game 2, so maybe I could have taken it to a game 3 against the Rapid Strike Urshifu, but got 2-0'd in the finals in the end. And I made a couple big changes from the other list, the last list that I had been trying out. I had energy spinners in here for a little bit, trying them out. Didn't overly like them, so I cut the energy spinners. I added in the Heatran, which has been insanely good, and I put the escape rope back in as well, which has also been a great one of to have, because it feels like we can really gain access to this eventually throughout the game to have it impact or have it be found on a pretty impactful turn. So I love the escape rope, or I like the escape rope. I definitely love the Heatran. Definitely going to keep this in here from now on in my TempoZard. I definitely recommend you guys put it in if you guys are not already playing it. It's insanely good. And then the escape rope, I'm not too sure. It's good. I don't know if it's necessarily necessary and worth playing. Maybe something like a second boss would even potentially be a little bit better, to be honest. But the rest of the list, I'm loving it. TempoZard, I've been saying it for a while. It's a top deck for sure. It's in my top 3 decks overall. If you watch my power rankings over on Channel Fireball, you would know that. Channel Pokemon on YouTube by Channel Fireball, where I post top 10 power rankings video every single Monday over there on the Channel Pokemon YouTube channel. Anyways, let's play some TempoZard. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Our hand is not very good. I'm gonna open the Mew though, because if we top deck like a Jirachi, I can scoop up net Mew, whereas I can't scoop up net Cramorant. Although it'd be really good if we could scoop up net Cramorant. Looks like we're up against a pass. Love to see it. All right, Hearth, discard a Hearth, and now we can scoop up net and just go with that beat catch for the turn. Get ourselves a Welder, and I want to say a Quick Ball because I'm not 100% gonna be using what's it called on this next turn. Do I want to bench the Mew? Can they knock me out? They're playing single strike. I don't think they can. So we're gonna go with the beat catch here. I'm gonna go Quick Ball Welder because I might not want to attack with the Cramorant. I probably will, but if they like put something weird in there active and then have a Mew on the bench, I might want to go something like a Charizard or maybe even the Heatran. So we'll wait and see what they actually attack with. Cramorant's still gonna be potentially pretty good against them as well, though, so we might just go with the Cramorant. It really does depend on what they do. And there's a Marnie, so we lose our Welder, but we get new cards, and the rest of our cards weren't very good besides the ones we beat catch. So who knows, maybe we'll see some better cards here. Take a look. Ooh, no, we don't. They're still pretty bad, but that's fine. We have beat catch still, so we can beat catch and find some new cards that are better than these, because these, once again, not very good. We do need a Git, so they're getting the Urshifu set up. Of course, it would be great to use a Spit Shot here on this Houndoom if we do top deck. We did not. That's annoying. Let's do this. We can try and get enough energy in hand in play to actually do a Blacephalon one-hit KO if my opponent does. We have all these fire crystals in our hand, though. Oh my gosh. All right, beat catching again. I'm scared of them bumping my stadium, so I think I'm gonna go Welder Stadium here. I am kind of scared of them bumping my stadium here. So Welder Stadium, they probably play the tower, so this will probably get bumped this turn. And I did Hearth away a Hearth there. I didn't want to get rid of a fire crystal. I don't want to get rid of Mewtwo. So yeah, I think still Hearthing away Hearth is still correct. And we will go for a Spit Shot here if my opponent doesn't knock out my Cramorant, but I mean, they could, so we'll see. But yeah, if not, we could go for the Blacephalon 1K. We probably won't get there, so we'll have to probably go with like a hit into like a Cramorant cleanup or something. And that would be fine overall, to be honest. Here comes a Crushing Hammer. Or maybe they don't play the stadium. I don't know how they fit all of that. Okay, Hearth away Hearth. I'm gonna go for the Spit Shot here. And I think I will just take... I could Spit Shot this, but I kind of want to take out the Houndoom, to be honest. I'm actually not sure 100% what is correct. One thing I know for sure is we have a lot of fire crystals in our hand. Throw a Welder on top. Spit Shot. I mean, if they're stuck, it makes me want to go after the Urshifu. Like, they didn't do anything last turn. We could just Spit Shot this and then Spit Shot it again. So that's like a cute line of play. But if they ever top deck here, it gets a little bit more awkward for us. I can easily KO this, of course. Like, that's not hard to KO. But I would rather go with something like KO the Houndour and then one-hit KO this. And there's the concede. So they didn't draw very well, but sometimes when, you know, fill up your deck with Crushing Hammer, you're not going to draw good cards. You'll draw Crushing Hammers. Okay, here we go again. Getting into another one. Our opponent is going first. Our hand would have been... Well, that was a lot of Welder. But actually, you know what? That would have been a pretty good hand. If we had opened with like a good attacker, we Welder to it, and then we just kind of like keep Weldering. As long as we can find like a Hearth or Fire Crystals to like reload or whatever. This hand, not as good, but not... it's not as good. It's not as good. This hand's not as good. The last one was better. I like the last one better with the basic Pokemon. Up against a Drampa and a level ball. Ruby. Two different types of basic energy attack does 70 more damage. So it's a Cherrim, Drampa deck. They probably have other attackers involved in here as well. So we're going to be looking for... We could look for Mew Zigzagoon to KO the Cherubi potentially. If not, just Cramorant snipe KO Cherubi would be really good to stop their energy. Flow. Don't let them set up the Cherrim. If they can't set up Cherrim, they can't set up attackers is the idea there. So if we can just take out the Cherubi, that works. But we could also go, like I said, we can use Mew plus Zigzagoon. So if we literally top deck a Scoop Up Net, we could just go Mew plus Zigzagoon right now and knock it out. And they're actually putting Dedenne in play as well. So that's like another couple prize cards. There's the Lugia. Now they've gotten double Cherubi out, so now we probably just want to snipe the Dedenne. They did give us a nice little trading court there, which we're probably not gonna be able to utilize, to be honest. Well, I can go like this, grab. I do just kind of want to cram snipe this. Draw the prize cards before they get Mew in play. So we just grab, cram, put down, grab the energy, attach, quick ball. We switch into cram, hearth, Dede change, I guess. Could also Crobat, I guess, and then keep the fire crystal, which might be a little bit better. Not too decided on that. And then we have more outs to Dedenne if we wanted Dede change anyways. All right, let's go with that. We also prize a fire crystal, it looked like, so. Well, I don't love it. We could bench Heatran escape rope, and then I mean that wouldn't really do anything. We maybe just beat catch here, to be honest. I think I'm down for a beat catch. Try and hearth away a fire. Get to fire, and then I think beat catch. Things are a little bit awkward, but not much we can do about it. Grab a welder, and maybe the Mewtwo just to kind of chain attackers more efficiently, more easily. Just go with that. I don't really want Dede change this hand. Like losing the fire crystal is like the biggest thing there, because we're probably gonna want to use like 2 Blounds in this matchup because it looks like they are a 1 prize deck. So we're gonna want to use Blounds in this matchup quite a bit. So there's that. Maybe you have to use Rushy Start at the end of the game. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Definitely probably an unfavorable matchup if they do set up, and they are setting up so far. So probably going to be an unfavorable matchup overall because they're like a 1 prize deck. And we have to use multi-prize Pokemon. We basically don't have a choice. We basically have to use multi-prize Pokemon, which just kind of makes it unfavorable for us overall. We've got the Cram out here. We have an Oricorio. We have a Crobat in play. We have a lot of multi-prize Pokemon in play. There's the Mew to protect from Cram, so Cram has to be hitting the active now. So we might go with something else with this Quick Ball, to be honest, on this next turn. I might Quick Ball away the escape rope. Maybe we'll just go for the Rushy Zard and just start swinging with Rushy Zard and be like, all right, swing with Rushy Zard. They are bench locked, so they can only get 1 attacker in play at a time. I guess that's all they really need, to be honest, but we could just go with the Rushy Zard here now and just kind of let that Cram take the hit and then just kind of go from there. We could also set up the Heatran, I guess, as well. Maybe Heatran's a little bit better. If there's a 2-hit KO Heatran, that's 2 prize cards. If they 2-hit KO the Rushy Zard, that's 3 prize cards. So theoretically, they get 1 less prize card for this guy. So we'll probably go with the Heatran. It also means we can save the Quick Ball and then use the Quick Ball to get one of those Blacephalons for the following turn. So I think that's what we'll go with here. And they do get out the Training Court. To be honest, that's really not that bad. Training Court kind of gives us infinite energy. So yeah, we'll take advantage of the Training Court while we can. I don't know how much is going to help my opponent, of course, so I probably don't want to keep it in play for too long. But while I can utilize it, I will utilize it. All right, there's a Blacephalon off the top, so we're going to go Welder here. Draw some cards, use that Training Court, get an energy back. Attach, retreat, bench, Mewtwo, put a Welder on top. No, we got a Welder for the next turn for this Blound. And just Demon Stomp. And let's see if they can take out a Heatran. Let's see if they can knock out a Heatran. Let's see if they have that. Ooh, the boss is a great prize pull there. Now we can do like a play where we chase. I mean, whatever. I could chase the Mew, so then we can get after the Dedenne with a Cram later on. I kind of like that. Chasing a Cherrim, probably not worth it. They probably play Ordinary Rod. So even if we go knock out Cherrim, which is very unlikely for us to do, they'd probably have another Cherrim set up by then. So there's no point in like chasing Cherrims here. Don't want to chase Cherrims. Chasing the Mew, though, so then we can snipe the Dedenne would be reasonable, I guess. Because by the time we chase the Cherrims, I'll definitely have an Ordinary Rod for another Cherrim setup. But they might struggle to find the Ordinary Rod and get the Mew back, so then we can have that opportunity to chase the Dedenne. But we might just go with the Rushy Zard at the end of the game and go like Double Blaze and then Boss Flare Strike KO Dedenne, because I doubt they can one-hit KO. I mean, I don't know what they're playing, but I'm just going to go ahead and say I doubt they can one-hit KO a Rushy Zard. I think that's reasonable. It's hard to one-hit KO a Rushy Zard, right? It's got 270 HP. If you're not a Eternatus, pretty tough to do. As long as I'm doing something in the beginning of the game, which I have been. I've been doing stuff. So I've been putting the pressure on. Should be reasonably difficult for my opponent to get a 1-hit KO on a Charizard, I think that's a reasonable assumption there. We'll see, though. I do not fully know what the heck my opponent has going on. So to be honest, I don't know. There's a Marsh Shadow. What is this? What was that? I'm curious now. What was that? Uh-oh. Am I in trouble here? Uh-oh. Am I gonna get knocked out? Start all base guarantee. Oh no. That's so good. Destructive Drake GX. That's so cool. Oh man. All right, that was unexpected. We're doing some learning here today, though. I can tell you that. We are learning some stuff about about Drampa Cherrim. Something I never thought I would run into, but here we are. Okay, Blound's going in next. Oh, Blound, do your worst. Man, that's something. That is something from my opponent here. Wow. What a time to be alive. All right. Fire Crystal for 3. Then Blound down. We don't need to scoop up net this. I might scoop up net it and then actually all the way probably the escape rope at this point, because I don't think I'm going to get a whole ton of value out of that. And I probably want to be KO when they're active. Grab the Jirachi, because to be honest, I want to find a Hearth or potentially more Fire Crystal. So set up like this. And the reason we want to set up like this is just in case they Marnie us. We want to have everything we want in play as well. Like we want this in play. We want this in play. We have a ton of Welder left. We only have 1 Welder in the discard pile at this point. So even if they Marnie us, we can just like find some way to shuffle our deck, and then we should be fine. Yeah, I kind of want to replace this. I don't want them to be able to continuously recover energy with this thing. So we want to get this Training Court out of here. Yeah, we want to get Training Court out of here. Because yeah, we're losing. We're losing this game right now. We need to get the Training Court out of there. I think my opponent's definitely making way more use out of it than I am. So we got to get rid of it. We're going to go Blound next turn, and then Charizard the turn after, and hope they don't have a boss KO. But if they have boss KO, I think they just win. I don't see like a way. Well, hold on. The opponent's Pokemon's active Pokemon's non-GX attacks and use as attack. So they can't. They have a boss. They maybe have a boss. They have a boss. Okay, so they're bringing up my... Okay. Man. What an interesting deck. Okay, so hold up, though. Well, they probably have more boss. But how many more boss do I have? What if I just passed? What if I just passed? Hold up. I can maybe set up a really cute play here. Set up this. Do this. Stellar Wish. Oh, oops. I forgot I could Oricorio here. So the thing is, they don't have anything in play that actually does a decent amount of damage. So I can kind of play this really slow. And actually what we're going to do here, because we have Zigzagoon in the deck, is we're going to play this really, really slow. Go to this. I'm going to attach here, I guess. Boss up to Dene. Mewtwo to put the boss back on top. And then I'm going to hit this for 150 damage. So we set it up so it dies to Goonpig, but I'm not giving my opponent a bench space yet. Next turn, we're going to top deck boss up Mew, hit it for 50, and then hopefully at that point they KO one of my one prize Pokemon, and then we get a bench space. If not, we can try and make a bench space, because we do have 3 scoop up nets left. We do have 3 scoop up nets left, so we will be able to make a bench space. But right now, my opponent, they could play scoop up net, but this is not the kind of deck that you'd assume plays scoop up net. So I'm just going to kind of go ahead and assume my opponent doesn't play scoop up net. So we're just going to set up some knockouts, and then we're going to be able to go Goonping knockout, and then also taking a knockout with an attack on the same turn. And that's going to be how we win this game here. That's going to be our win con here. So that's the game plan. We do need to make room for our Zigzagoon, though. And they could still use this guy. Oh, I guess they can KO my Mewtwo with Psyshock. So isn't affected. Oh, no, but it is affected by weakness. Okay, so they could Psyshock my Mewtwo, actually. But then, if they do that, so they gave us the Mew, actually, which is interesting. If they Psyshock my Mew for the KO, I can still keep them bench locked. So here comes the Psy Power. They can use this guy to do 80. They can use this guy to do 70. But it has to be in the active. They can't use this guy with the Marsh Shadow. So we're going to hit this for 50. Yeah, I think we got it locked up here. 30 more here, but that's fine. We do need to draw a lot of cards, though. So I think I'm going to be pretty aggressive with my card draw here. Grab the Charizard. Training Court kind of gives us infinite energy. I'm going to keep the Charizard around just in case. Quick ball away this. Going to grab these Zigzagoon. We can also go with the Mew play as well, I guess. But The Zigzagoon's a little bit more aggressive, so I'm gonna go with that. Play this first to try and thin out the deck. Get that Welder. Welder 1 here. Need scoop up nets. Did not find any. I don't think this finds anything as well. Oh, it does find a Dene. Thin that out. There's 2 scoop up net in the deck, which is, we do kind of need both. All right. I am gonna attach here. Have to play the Fire Crystal then. Maybe I shouldn't have attached there because it made me play the Fire Crystal. I could have always just attached next turn. Okay, Fireball Circus. Discard 1. Just hit it. We're just setting them up. We could also set up the Marshadow, I guess, and then look for Mew, KO, KO, KO. Even if they put 3 more here, they don't KO it next turn. So we could go with that. We could just like try and bring up the Marshadow. Boss up the Marshadow. But then I should have kept the Quick Ball around to find the Mew, to be honest, because then we'd only need 1 scoop up net. So I maybe messed that up, to be honest. Maybe I did mess that up. We'll see what our opponent does here. But yeah, we can bring up the Marshadow, hit this for 60, which is maybe what I should have done anyways off the rip and not boss the Dene, to be honest. I didn't even realize this thing had 60 HP. I kind of just assumed it had more. So I didn't even think about hitting this, I'm not going to lie. But it does have 60 HP, which is exactly what I was trying to do to Mew. So when this thing was in the active, I probably should have just hit it for 60, but I just didn't realize it at that time. But now we can try and go, well, yeah, getting the Mew is going to be tough because I used my Quick Ball. I wasn't thinking about Mew at all, but we could just go boss hit this for 60 now, and then Mew KO all 3 as well. But they're going to keep Psy powering this to put some pressure on. And then eventually they can do 80. They can use this guy to copy this attack and do 80 damage, which is what we have to kind of be scared of. And if I ever KO anything, they probably have a boss play, so I don't want to KO anything. Boss, or maybe even a Great Catcher on my Oricorio, because they do play Rosa. So they could find out those like specific trainer cards that they need to find. So Great Catcher is definitely something that I think they probably might play because they play Rosa. There's a boss. Bringing up my Mewtwo. We can Welder Retreat it, though. We can Welder Retreat and then Stellar Wish, actually. And then go for... which I guess maybe we would have done anyways, to be honest. We can Welder Retreat, Stellar Wish. Try and find some Scoop Up Nets. And maybe that Mew. Well, the Mew doesn't matter as much anymore, to be honest. More on the Oricorio. Okay, there's the Mew. So throw some energy here. Draw 3. It's got Scoop Up Net, but it's not 2 Scoop Up Net. We did prize a Scoop Up Net. Get energy back. Man, what a game. Okay, this in play. Thin out the deck again. Get rid of Jirachi, I guess. Grab 2. So now we're guaranteed a Scoop Up Net out of the deck. No, we're not. We have 1 card left. Oh! I didn't mean to play the Scoop Up Net yet. But I guess I can just pick up the Mewtwo anyways. Because I was going to retreat Scoop Up Net Mewtwo, so... Wait a second. Then I have to move the Jirachi. I can't do both this turn. All right, hold up. So I could set up double Cephalon, Goon Ping to the Dane, but then it gives him a bench space. And if I don't get a Scoop Up Net off my prize cards, it doesn't work. So I think I'm just going to send up Jirachi, Stellar Wish, grab the Scoop Up Net. But now we still have to wait a turn. That's fine. I think we just pass. They can't KO this. They can't do 110 damage next turn. This can do 80. This can ping it, and then they could do it. So we just pass. Oops. We just pass. I could attach an energy like here to just try to get more energy out of the deck in case they reset stamp me. All right, we just passed. Then next turn, we're going to pull off the Goon Ping play, knockout, and then just knock out whatever their active becomes with the Fireball Circus. Okay, I got it this time. We're all locked up. I could have played into the Mew play a little bit more, I think, and then gone that route. But I should have hit the Marshadow while it was in the active, to be honest, and then gone for the Mew route. They're loading up the Marshadow. Is it weak to Psychic? No, okay. Good. I was like, oh no. But no, it's not weak to Psychic. They could have done that last turn then, I guess, so it doesn't quite work out. But I think we got him. Here. They went with this Marshadow play. Not going to work out for them. They've been bench locked this whole time. We've been waiting. I have not played it optimally, but this is such a unique scenario. I'm not used to this. Like, we're working it out. We're figuring it out here. And I think we finally got them with this lock this time. I think we finally got them. They maybe should have just started swinging with Seed Bomb, to be honest. Maybe they just started wailing on me with the Seed Bomb. The Psy Power is a little bit too slow, I think. But just hitting with Seed Bomb over and over again might have been able to do it for them, to be honest. We'll go 3 on my Crobat. Okay, now we've got them. Goon Ping. Boom. KO Mew. Get a prize card. And then Goon Ping KO Dedenne. Get another prize card. And then Bucephalon will just KO whatever their active is. It doesn't matter. Boom. Scoop Up Net. Goon. Goon Ping. KO the Dedenne. Get 2 more prize cards. Fire Crystal. And hey, their Scoop Net was up there as well. And then we're just going to switch to Bucephalon or retreat to Bucephalon and knock out whatever their active is and win the game. Yeah, Marshadow, good against my Cramorant, but when I don't have a good attacker in play, Marshadow is not so good, and we end up with the dub. I did not think we were going to be able to pull that one out, but then my opponent hit themselves with a good old bench lock, and Marshadow's not a consistently good attacker, and we get the dub. And that's going to do it for these games, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.